Hi everyone, Dr. Dan Lawrence here. I wanted to make a quick video, around 10-15 minutes, just to check in with you and to talk about a few things, give you some reflection and feedback as we enter. This is now week 6 of the 8-week course, so we're coming up on the finish line here. So I've heard from many of you that you're enjoying the course, and I'm very glad to hear that. One of the greatest values of this course, and the first thing I want to talk about, is accessing your feedback and making sure that you're reading and applying the feedback that you get on all of your writing assignments. I spent a lot of time reading your work and providing really detailed annotations and markings on both sentence level issues and places for improvement, so the writing itself, as well as the design of the documents in terms of layout, organization, use of color and font, and all of those design elements that go into technical writing. So make sure you check out the feedback, and what you do is you go to your assignments tab in Canvas, click on the assignment that you submitted for which you want to view the feedback, and then there's a little tiny text link. It's not very well designed. It's almost a little hidden. Next to the name of the file you submitted, there's a little text link that says View Feedback. And you click on that, it'll open up the document, or you can open up the file you submitted, and you'll see all those annotations in the margin of places where I marked, and those are places where you can work on improving your document. So make sure to view the feedback and then apply feedback as you move forward, especially for the final portfolio. The final assignment for this course, the eighth project, is just compiling all of the documents that you've written and making a nice little portfolio. And that serves a lot of, several purposes. It's an opportunity to revise some of your work. It's also an opportunity to create a portfolio that could be useful for you on the job market. And submitting a portfolio to writing jobs is not uncommon. They'll often ask for some writing samples. So perhaps you've developed some nice documents in this class that you can really use on the job market, and that's fantastic. But they might need a little bit of tweaking and fixing up, and check for typos, and making sure they're really nicely designed and written and streamlined a little bit. Um, the other thing is, continue reading the textbook. I've heard from many of you, especially in your discussion board posts, that you're finding the textbook to be really useful, and that's fantastic. That's great for me to hear as your professor and as a teacher. I agree. I think it's a fantastic textbook. There's a lot of really great content in it. It's a very practical textbook to own as a writer. So I hope you'll continue enjoying that. And the other thing I wanted to mention was that, some of the content you've read already is going to be really useful for your next project here, project 6, the analysis of a web document. You'll select a marketing email or even a spam email from your inbox and conduct a sort of this type of analysis on it, where you're looking at the text and the design. So both the elements of its writing and elements of its design. And there's a lot of great content in chapter 11, for analyzing print and online documents that are almost universal, right? When you're conducting these types of rhetorical analyses on documents, you can look for things like font, size, color, layout, the use of rules or lines. You can look for the justification of the text, whether it's full justified or ragged right, or is it indented, or what type of bullets, if any, are used. And then the rhetorical question there is thinking about, well, what effect do those all have? If you look at the case studies in chapter 11, especially those two documents with the little pull-out activity in the middle of the chapter, you can see that something as seemingly innocuous as a line can actually have, or a rule, a line on a page, can have a serious influence on how a document is perceived by the reader. You start adding lines to a document, and it gives a document a sense of gravity and officiousness. So you'll see, particularly the example in the case study on the right hand side of the page, prepared as a kind of financial document. In chapter 11, you can see how the use of lines and rules actually can have a dramatic impact on the way that the reader interprets and perceives the content of a document. That's page 277 I'm talking about. Anyway, within chapter 11, there's all these really minute things you can look for, elements in a document that will help you analyze them, and you can apply in that project 6, as well as other places in the textbook that can help you there. So the next thing I want to talk about was I got a great question the other day. What can I do next? One of you said, I'm really enjoying this class. I enjoy technical writing. Where can I go with this? And I think that's a great question, and I'll plan on uploading another video as we get to the end of the class with some more ideas. But this really is just an introductory course to technical writing. It could just as well be called Introduction to Technical Writing. It's a 300 level writing course about technical writing where we're just scratching the surface. There's so many different next steps you could take. One of the best things you can do is continue to work on your software skills. So as a UWS student, you can get a subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud and all of the Adobe design programs like Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, Premiere Pro for video editing, After Effects, all of these amazing professional quality, studio quality, the same software that Fortune 500 companies use. You can get that for, I think your student discount is $20 or $30 a month, which is it's very, very affordable, especially if you look back just a few years ago even, buying a single license for Photoshop used to cost $600, $700, $800. So these are very accessible now. So I really urge you to continue working on hard skills. And there's so many reasons to do that. That's a great entry point into careers, whether it's in marketing, technical writing, editing, starting a business. You can use InDesign to build your own ebook and sell it online. There's really infinite possibilities with what you can do with these advanced Adobe platforms. The other thing you can do is look at graduate programs in technical writing. And if you're really interested in that, you can talk with me and I can help you look at some options and what's out there. There are some graduate programs in technical writing, or you can apply to internships, or even after taking this class, or as you finish up your bachelor's degree or your certificate, if you're taking the certificate version of this course, you can start applying to full-time positions in technical writing. Carefully put together your resume and cover letter and start thinking about the hard skills that you have and how you can present that, and start actively applying for positions in technical writing. That's one end goal. If there is an end goal, is to get you a good paying job in technical writing if you want to go down that route. So lots of options there, in terms of seeking further training for software, seeking out graduate programs in technical writing, especially if you want to teach technical writing someday or something like that, or just want to continue working in the field, applying to internships or applying to full-time positions. Lots of different directions for you to go if you are enjoying the content of the course. Another great resource for you as UWS students is the LinkedIn Learning platform. I mentioned this a few times already, but I can't say enough about it. As a UWS student, it's free to you, and it is a video training platform where you can bolster and sharpen up some of your technology and digital skills. So if you want to work on your Photoshop skills or InDesign page layout skills, there's a massive collection of expertly put together video tutorials. You can take a 3-4 hour introductory class on InDesign or Photoshop or any of the programs you want to learn, and they're high quality videos, and it's a really great platform. So that's a great next step if you want to continue sharpening up your technology skills and thinking about how to position yourself in the marketplace for a technical writing job. Okay, I'm coming up on the 10-minute mark, but this is what I wanted to talk about: viewing your feedback, reflecting on the importance of reading the textbook and how you can apply concepts from the textbook to the assignments you're working on. And especially coming up, Chapter 11 is directly related to Project 6 in terms of analyzing print and online documents. And then there's a great chapter on writing your resume, Chapter 15. and applying for jobs. And chapter 15 is called Applying for a Job, and it's great. It's really fantastic content about getting your resume put together and strengthening your resume, and even interview skills and negotiating skills and cover letters, which will be related to Project 7 there, which is putting together some application materials, and then Project 8 as you wrap up, just putting all some final touches on your documents and putting together a final portfolio. So good job, everyone. You're almost to the end of the class already. I know it's been fast. It's an accelerated 8-week course, but I've been really happy with all the work you've been doing, and I've heard a lot of really encouraging, positive feedback from you too. So thanks for that. I appreciate that. So as we continue to tweak this course and make it better, it's great to hear your feedback about the course, and it sounds like you're enjoying the textbook, and a lot of you are enjoying the class. So I'm really glad to hear that. So hang in there. We're gonna keep moving on toward the end, and remember, I'm here for you. If you need me for anything, if you need help, I'm just a short email away. And we're still doing these 4 p.m. Central every week on Thursday. We're having group chats where you can come and talk about the class, ask questions about your assignments. I've seen a lot of you in there, so thanks for coming to those. Not mandatory, of course, but just if you want to talk about the course or get help with technology or software or your assignments, you can pop into those chats, and the link for those is in the Zoom meeting is in Canvas. There's a link there in every week's module. So that's enough. I'm going a little over time now, but just a little check-in video for you today, and keep up the good work. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you.